Welcome back to the Empire of Clutter. I swear I cleaned up the other day and it's already going back to its natural state. Anyway, what we're doing today is looking at actually making this lighting control switch affect the headlights. Because now I put the LEDs in, and even before, this switch had absolutely no effect. The lights are on 100% of the time. Now I buzzed out the connector down here. Black is ground, white is low beam plus 12, blue is high beam plus 12, and that was confirmed by checking out the wiring from this switch and then back to its connector in this mess somewhere. So then I traced out the wiring harness that comes out of this guy, and it turns out that light switch control comes out here. So we've got three wires: brown, blue, white, and yellow. And checking with an ohmmeter, the brown is common, yellow is meant to be the first switch position, which is usually like parking lights on, and then the blue-white wire is connected to brown when it's in the second position, or when your headlights are meant to be on. Now, the downside of this is the connector that's actually in the wiring harness of the motorbike is right here. Yeah. Now, you'll notice the position. Okay? They're down in the lower left-hand corner. All the other pins are unpopulated. When I plug the connectors together, bear with me for a moment. When we come around and we look at the other side, there's the brown, but the two diagonal pins above and to what should be its left from this position are unpopulated. There are two wires in the wiring harness, blue and red-black, which are not connected on this side. Now I checked them, and these are both running switched 12 volts. When the key is on, these are on 12 volts constantly. This is designed to fail. They may as well not even have this switch. They may as well not even have anything wired up here. So I'm going to fix this. And then what the solution is, there's two possibilities to turn the headlights completely on or off, resulting at power or no power down at this connector. I need to simultaneously switch both the low beam and high beam wires, which requires a double pole switch, which this does not have. This is single pole. It only connects brown to yellow or brown to blue. The other option is to switch the ground wire, and the ground comes up here and connects into this massive bundle of ground wires. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut this here. These bundled grounds become independent. I'll take probably the black red maybe. I'll cut that off and tape up the end into the harness. I'll wire the black red to the black coming from below, and then move its pin position to match up with the blue wire. What that does is it means the lights will only come on when this switch is in the full on position. With this switch closed, blue and brown are connected, which will allow the ground wire to be connected and complete the circuit down here. So that's my job. Get back to you in a minute. Okay, after tracing the wires, moving the pin in the connector, jumpering it to a good ground, not a ground that appeared to work, but a real ground, and then running a new wire from the ground and the connector up here to here through the switch, we are now functional. So let's give her a try. So key off, key on, no lights. First position, nothing. Second position, low beam, high beam, low beam, high beam. Second position on, first position off, off, off. This is going to save me some battery on the road for sure. Wasn't bad. I just wish that they had kept their wiring harness cleaner. The inside, the split loom here, they actually have splices that change color and sometimes go from 1 to 3 wires, or 3 wires to 1 wire, 2 wires inside the split loom, rather than making a nice clean wiring harness. But we managed to work around it, and we're now functional and going to save some battery during the daytime. So, mission accomplished. Welcome back to the house of got one thing done today, and that was the LED lights that I showed on the last video. But as with everything, lights are on, and we wiggle the connector and the lights go crazy. Even with a tie wrap holding the physical plastic halves together, the connector is so bad that the pins that make contact inside the connector are not doing their job. This is extremely frustrating because I want a connector that works and connects wires. So I'm gonna find the best freaking connector in the world and put it in there and replace all of these piece of crap. Anyway, okay, rant over.